BAD-2140, welcome to Module 4. All right, so in this module, we're going to cover Chapter 6, Corporate Level Strategy, and Chapter 7, Merger and Acquisition Strategies. So last week, we talked about business level strategy, or the execution level of our strategy. This week in Chapter 6, we're going to raise that level up and talk about corporate level. That may include a number of business sectors. Now, one of the key elements to discuss in this process is how a company diversifies or spreads out their interest across multiple types of businesses. Now, why would a company want to do this? So let's think about this. Let's take Ford Motor Company for an example. We all know that Ford builds cars and trucks, but they also build buses, tractor trailers, agricultural tractors, and even airplanes. They also have Ford Motor Credit, their own financing arm, and they're expanding into the electronics field. Now, these are from a product manufacturing perspective. An additional way Ford diversifies is geographically. Ford had manufacturing and assembly plants in several U.S. locations, obviously, but they also have plants across the globe in such places as China and Mexico, but also in India, Argentina, Romania, Russia, and Taiwan, just to name a few. The key to a diversification strategy is to spread out risk so that any impact in one area, whether it's a business area or a geographical area, doesn't impact the overall business enough that it can't continue to operate. And in Chapter 7, we'll look at merger and acquisition strategies. In this area, we'll analyze how companies use two strategies to expand their businesses or increase their market power, and also control cost. Let me give you an example by following through with our Ford discussion. My sister owns a large Ford dealership. As they grew the business, they bought an advertising firm, a financial management business, a catering business. This allows them to cut costs in these areas by not having to pay an external organization, and they keep all of the profits internal to their own business umbrella. Now, on a larger scale, companies may expand by buying competitors or merging with them to create a much larger business base. Merging two companies also cuts down on overhead costs. Look at what it takes to run a business, not just the main part of the business, but also the overhead, administration, human resources, finance, and budgeting. If you merge two companies, you can cut back on duplication of these efforts. I want to spend a few minutes talking about the SWOT analysis that you'll be doing in your M4A2 assignment this week. As you discovered in previous chapters, SWOT, or strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, allows you to analyze your company from multiple perspectives, both internal and external. It also looks at what you do right and where you need to work on things. Be sure to review the SWOT analysis instructions and the rubric as you complete this assignment. Be sure to use at least 4 sources in your project. And remember, you'll be completing a 6 to 10 slide PowerPoint presentation and submitting it in the M4A2 folder. Your activities for this week: in MindTap, you'll read chapters 6 and 7. You'll do the M4A1 guided case on Walt Disney Corporation. And in My Learning, you'll review chapters 6 and 7 PowerPoint slides, complete the M4A2 SWOT analysis, and the M4D1 Chapter 7 Mergers and Acquisition discussion. Remember, always have your initial post in by midnight on Wednesday night. Use the remainder of the week for in-depth discussion, and be sure to use references to support your writing, including our text. I hope each of you has a great week, and as always, I look forward to seeing your work this week. Thank you.